So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, it's Taylor. He lets this one fly toward the back, and this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Melvin Ingram, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He finds McCoy. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning out to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to trot out there and try and slow them down.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open left side. It's Williams. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Going deep here for Allen. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
First down, Chargers.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Taylor sets up the screen to Gordon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Gordon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Taylor. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Taylor. On the screen, this is Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. That's complete. It's Gordon. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Taylor will throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. 15.
Watch the twist. 49's the mic. Watch 49. I'm coming. No.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you don't
want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He finds an opening past the 40. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On the ground, this is Williams. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's get off the field. Check 3, check 3. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw with Taylor.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, check, 59. Yeah, let's get seconds.
Now it's the backup, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Badgley's kick is good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes caught here by Bell. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Watch the whip.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McCoy. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Hey, Delta!
Mike, 53, Mike.
Red!
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the Chargers punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Williams. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Attack!
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football, but as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards, great elusiveness and speed, and the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a run. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Taylor to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down, it's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22 and a half. Congratulations.
Motion.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes, throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Grace don't travel.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. This is Gordon. Nifty move. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Now Taylor to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 45-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass.
They go play action. Now Mahomes steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
49 the mic. Watch 49.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. From the 24, Taylor. And to the right side here, it's Allen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. On third down, Taylor. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And it is incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Mahomes now on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. On second down, Williams. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
Single.
Gain of 8 makes it 3rd and 6.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Deuce. Check 43.
Looking to throw on second down. Taylor, now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. The Chargers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Gordon. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now,
and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Now Taylor going to lead his guys up to go for 2. Taylor. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They begin the drive with Williams. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Flushed. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain.